it's Zaylee Chris, and I'm going to talk about my songs today. I'll be down to the green mountain for you guys. My alter ego, that was the very first track I recorded, not wrote. I've been writing since I was 9. The day I recorded that song, I was in the studio with my producer. We're working on something entirely different, and when he was done with the beats, and he was like, "Do I want to jump on this?" Like, he was on with a totally different beat, not even what we're working on. He was like, "This is really nice, it will suit you. Do you want to jump on this?" And I was like, "Okay, let me give it a try." And I actually just wrote that song under 5 minutes. I wrote it, we recorded it that night, we worked all through the night actually. And when we finished in the morning, voila, my alter ego is here. Then the artwork, I was still very, let's say I'm a wide-eyed teenager or something. The second one, I Found You. This song has a little bit of controversy to it because when people listen to it, they think I'm talking about a love song or whatever. But I was actually talking about finding myself. Before that music was released, I was going through a lot of things, and what actually gave me relief was when I started writing songs again, and that was what I Found You was about. My breakthrough, coming back to myself, finding myself, in as much as I had grown a little bit. I had grown and stuff, and I didn't grow, not like age-wise, but mentally and stuff like that. I had gone through a lot, and I just found myself when I went back to writing my songs. That's what that song's about. So it's I found you, the you there is me, finding myself. But who think I'm talking about finding some kind of love? Well, I guess I found self-love anyway. Then on the artwork for Rainy Nights, if you notice, it was like a drawing. So I got this I can't even remember her name, I'm so sorry. I got this graphic illustrator. She draws too, that I found on Instagram, and she did the illustration for it. She gave me exactly what I wanted. Although I did tell her what I had in mind, she gave me 2 drawings. There was one where a young girl was on a swing while it was raining, which is what I used for the artwork. And the other one, the young girl is standing by the river. Well, that song was, what was the inspiration behind it? I guess I just went with the flow of anything. At that moment, I just said, okay, this is what I felt like writing about. So it was just more like whatever comes, whatever goes. Okay, then the EP, Blacknificent. The first track on the EP is Silence. I guess that was actually a kind of personal song for me. I went through a breakup. I mean, who doesn't? Although at the time of the breakup, I did not write about the song. It was much later, after I was okay, I had healed. I just remembered it, and I was like, okay, I could actually write about this whole experience. So Silence talks about like maybe when you're with somebody and the person is going through a lot, you can see that, and you're going through a lot too, but the person chooses to shut you out instead of actually sharing their problem. A lot of people do that, and it doesn't really end up well. So and I'm happy that when it was released, a lot of people actually liked the song. Some people even said that's their favorite on the entire EP. Although it's not my own favorite on the EP though, but people really resonated with the song, who could relate to it, who liked it, everything and stuff like that. Well, Silence is actually one of my favorites that I have done, one of my best. Ecstasy, okay, legit, I'm not gonna lie. So far, that is my favorite of all my tracks. This particular song, to be honest, at first when we made Ecstasy, we worked all through the night on that particular track too. I wrote the song, and then Leo made the instrumentals, we recorded and stuff like that. The truth is, from the moment we were recording, I knew this song was going to be huge because I just felt the vibe, everything was there, it was so nice. And when Leo was done working on it and he sent it back to me, I had that song on repeat for like, I think 2 weeks straight, because I was like, oh my god, like we really made magic with this. And then when it was released, people really liked the song, people really like everybody was just like, wow, that is a really, really nice track. And Quave, oh my god, Quave brought fire to that song. Like that, in as much as it's not like he had a long part on the song, but that few moments, he really, really killed it. It was so freaking magical. And sometimes I'm just like, you really made magic of that one. Brown Liquor. I released this one initially as a single first before it didn't came out on the EP. Well, mind you, Cranky was on the song, he produced the song, he mixed and mastered it. The man is just a jack of all trades. I mean, he literally, in as much as it's my song, but I like to think it's our song because he had a lot of influence on it. And his own parts, he killed it. Till date, everybody's like, oh my god, like, I don't even think he knows the extent to which he really brought fire to that track. Sometimes he just plays it up as, it's just there. I'm like, no, it's not just there. Like, you were really, really epic. Sometimes look up like, are you sure you didn't watch doing on this song? Something like that. So, Brown Liquor 2 is a good track. It had a completely different vibe, and he really nailed what I was looking for in that track. And I like the way working with Cranky was really nice. So he would be like, do you like this? And I'm like, okay, this is nice, or adjust this here, adjust that. Like, he keeps me in the loop. He's always, communicating this and this. You want changes here, and I like that. I like that I'm involved too in the process, in as much as I'm not the one behind the keys and stuff. I liked how involved he made me, and during the recording, I worked my butt off. We would have several takes to make sure he had gotten the particular thing he wanted, and he's just overall a very good producer. So I was talking about Phoenix because my alter ego was on the EP, but I already talked about that because I just put it there because I felt that was my first song. Let's just date it back to when the whole thing started. Well, Phoenix was me talking about my anxiety. Most people don't know, but I actually live with a great deal of anxiety. It was just more like giving people an insight into how my mind works, in as much as I use lyrics. It's not like I wrote it like literally. So that was what Phoenix is about, and I guess that sums it up. I need to release more songs. Well, talking about new music, I already have a lot written down. I'm trying to pick what I want to put in the next EP. Yes, my sophomore EP is coming out soon. So I'm trying to pick what I want recorded. So definitely new music is gonna be here, and it's totally different from the previous one. They are not even alike at all. I really hope you guys resonate with it because it's kind of like boo boo